Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, evening headlines on February 20, 2023. Bangladesh shuts down main opposition newspaper. The Guardian, Bangladesh shuts down main opposition party's newspaper. Al Jazeera English, Bangladesh shutters main opposition newspaper amid fears of free speech crackdown. Ukraine war, Europe fights to maintain solidarity. BBC, marking a year in the Ukraine war. Financial Times, 5 things Joe Biden's visit to Kyiv shows ahead of war's first anniversary. The Telegraph, the world after the Ukraine war. Al Jazeera English, will the war in Ukraine end this year? Mohammed Hemeti Dagalo, top Sudan military figure says coup was a mistake. How Dominion voting systems filing proves Fox News was deliberately lying. The Guardian, Trump hails fearless election denier for taking over Michigan GOP, live. The Independent, the internal decapitation of Fox News. The Nation, why did Fox News lie to its viewers? The Atlantic, Fox News blocked Trump from on-air call during the Capitol riot because it would be irresponsible. Blinken, in Turkey, urges speedy Nordic accession to NATO. Reuters, Sweden warns against decoupling its NATO bid from Finland's. Financial Times, Blinken urges Nordic accession to NATO in Turkey visit. Al Jazeera English, NATO accession for Sweden, Finland is not a bilateral issue, Blinken says in Ankara. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, Blinken backs NATO expansion, fighter jet sale in Turkey visit. Alex Murdaugh trial, live, defense begins double murder case with disgraced attorney expected to take stand. The Independent, how the prosecution of Alex Murdaugh has tried to overcome a lack of direct evidence. CNN, Alex Murdaugh looked up local restaurant minutes after police arrived at scene of murders. The Independent, Murdaugh trial to resume Tuesday after President's Day. POW's daughter's shock at letter from Chinese president. Alligator found in lake in Brooklyn's Prospect Park in New York City. Sky News, alligator found in lake in New York City Park. ABC News, alligator pulled from Brooklyn Lake was unwanted pet, officials. Business Insider, a 4-foot alligator was found in a park in Brooklyn, New York. CBS News, alligator found in poor health in Prospect Park Lake. I'm a COVID researcher, and I have long COVID. That's why I have to be part of the fight against it. The Guardian, I was a doctor through COVID. Then one case pushed me over the edge. The Times, post-COVID life, the drawing board. Mother is shot dead in front of her children by a stranger after fight in supermarket parking lot. The Independent, mum murdered in front of her children on Valentine's Day after row about parking spot. The Mirror, woman shot dead in front of toddler in supermarket car park. Evening Standard, fundraiser for Kroger parking lot victims' family. ABCColumbia.com, mum shot dead in front of kids after Valentine's Day row in car park. Thousands dead, millions displaced, the earthquake fallout in Turkey and Syria. The Guardian, Turkey earthquake, shelter box in race against time on aid supplies. BBC, Newton Aycliffe firm taking donations to Turkey after earthquake. The Northern Echo, Ivan Little, the lowest of the low. Belfast Telegraph, Wrexham volunteers aid to victims of Turkey, Syria earthquake, the leader. The fate of a church outside Kyiv shows how Putin's invasion has fundamentally changed Ukraine. The Independent, 1,000,000-to-1 miracle. Ukraine church describes brush with death after Russian attack. The Telegraph, Russia's year of war, purge of critics, surge of nationalism. The Independent, The Brief, a frivolous war anniversary speculation. EURACTIV, opinion, the problem with Russia is Russia. The Silent Victim, Ukraine counts war's cost for nature. The Guardian, Ukraine wants to make Russia pay for environmental toll of war. We want Russia to come, say Moldova protesters. Ohio train derailment, live, senator won't say if he'd drink East Palestine water as train derails in Delphos. The Independent, Ohio train crash, they nuked our town with chemicals. The Times, Norfolk Southern faces mounting anger over Ohio toxic waste spill. Financial Times, I went home to report on the Ohio train derailment, and what I found was a deep, and justifiable, distrust. The Independent, opinion, this deadly chemical should be banned. China is the existential threat in the 21st century, says former U.S. National Security Advisor John Bolton after spy balloon incident. Sky News, Biden's blindness toward China's threat could not be clearer. The Hill, Biden says he will speak to Xi Jinping about balloon incident. Reuters, can't ask for talks and fuel tension, China on Biden's no apology jibe. Times of India, the truth behind the Chinese balloon may remain cloudy but the fallout is clear. There may still be surprises, Jeremy Farrar warns of pandemic perils ahead. Kitchen dangers. Are you being slowly poisoned by your spice rack? The Guardian, the germiest place in your kitchen, according to scientists. Search for wreckage atop volcano after plane with 2 Australians goes missing in Philippines. Weather tracker, Madagascar braces for Cyclone Freddy. The Guardian, Mauritius grounds flights as it braces for Cyclone Freddy. Al Jazeera English, Cyclone Freddy, Mauritius and Madagascar brace for floods and destructive winds. The Independent, as cyclone nears, Mauritius and Madagascar brace for floods, storm surge. Reuters, Cyclone Freddy latest, Mauritius airport shut. Air Mauritius cancel flights. Dozens dead as flooding and landslides hit carnival revelers in Brazil. The Independent, São Paulo, dozens killed as deadly storms hit Brazilian coast. BBC, Brazil, girl, 7, among 36 killed in torrential rain and flooding. ITV News. ITV News, mudslides in Brazil kill several in North São Paulo state. Euronews, deadly flooding and landslides in Brazil's São Paulo state. Video. Ukraine war latest, Zelensky hails historic day as Biden makes surprise visit to Kyiv. BBC, what does Biden's visit to Ukraine mean, and how will Russia spin it? Sky's experts assess U.S. president's trip to Kyiv. Sky News, Biden visits Zelensky in Kyiv and says Putin dead wrong on Ukraine war. BBC, Biden promises Kyiv extra military aid as EU discusses ammunition. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.